Hey everyone! Welcome back to Cozy English Conversation. I'm Alice, and I'm so happy you're joining us again today. I hope you're sitting somewhere comfortable, maybe with a warm drink, maybe resting after a long day, maybe just stealing a quiet moment for yourself.
And I'm Charlie. We're really glad you're here. This podcast is your cozy little corner to slow down, breathe, and talk about life with no pressure, no judgment, just gentle company. And today we're talking about something that feels positive, uplifting, and honestly, so important.
Today's theme is celebrating your progress, not your achievements, not your final goals, not the big moments people usually applaud, but the quiet, tiny steps that you take every day.
Yeah, I feel like in today's world we're always looking at the end results. Did you get the job? Did you finish the project? Did you become fluent? But we forget to notice the little moments, the small wins that actually shape us.
And progress isn't loud. It's not dramatic. Sometimes it's invisible. Until one day you look back and think, oh, I'm not the same person I used to be.
Exactly. So today, we're going to share personal stories, moments where we didn't realize we were improving until we really looked at ourselves. And we hope it inspires you to see your own progress too, even the parts you don't usually celebrate.
So, one of my favorite stories about progress goes back to when I was trying to build confidence in expressing myself. People see me now, talking on a podcast, and they think, oh, Alice must have always been good at this. But no, not at all. In college, I remember sitting in class, wanting to say something, but feeling terrified. My heart would race, my hands would shake, my voice would disappear. I didn't want to be wrong. I didn't want people to think I sounded silly. So I made a deal with myself: speak at least once in every class. Even if it's short. The first time, I messed up my sentence halfway. My professor smiled gently and waited, but I panicked and said, never mind. Super embarrassing. But the second time, I managed to finish one sentence. The third time, I added one more sentence. The fourth time, I asked a question. And the funny thing is, no one really noticed. No one clapped. But I noticed. The moment I felt truly proud was months later. A classmate asked me, "Hey Alice, you're always so calm when you talk. How do you do that?" And I thought, wait, calm? Me? That's when I realized progress sometimes becomes visible only when someone else reflects it back to you. And from that day, I celebrated even the smallest moments. Raising my hand, expressing one idea, or just speaking without shaking. Those tiny steps built the version of me that can talk to all of you today.
I love that story. And mine is a little different. My progress story is actually about mental health, something I didn't pay attention to for a long time. Growing up, I thought being strong meant keeping everything inside. I didn't want to bother anyone with my problems. If I was stressed, I just pushed through. If I felt sad, I pretended I was fine. If something hurt, I made a joke and moved on. But eventually, everything piled up. One night, a friend asked me, "You okay? You seem a a little off, and I said the usual, "Yeah, I'm good." But then he looked at me again, really looked, and said, "You don't have to be fine all the time." And something inside me cracked. I remember saying quietly, "Honestly, I'm not okay." It felt scary. It felt like I was admitting weakness. But at the same time, it felt like oxygen. That one sentence became the start of real progress. Because after that moment, I learned to check in with myself, to rest without guilt, to let myself feel emotions, to ask for help, to slow down when life gets heavy. Progress wasn't dramatic. It was little moments like turning off my phone early, saying no when I needed to, crying without hiding, choosing peace over pressure. And now, when I look back, I'm proud of that version of myself who dared to be honest, because vulnerability was the first step of my progress.
I think what you said is so important. Progress often starts in private. People don't see it, but you feel it.
Yeah, like when you handle something differently than before. That's growth, even if no one else notices.
Sometimes, I think progress feels small because we compare ourselves to others too much. We look at someone else's chapter 20 and feel disappointed with our chapter 3.
Totally. Comparison kills the joy of progress. Your journey is your own. Your speed is your own. Your wins are your own.
One thing that helps me is keeping a small wins journal. Nothing fancy, just a list of tiny things like drank enough water, woke up without snoozing, read 5 pages, didn't overthink something, spoke up once. Those things seem so small, but they add up. And when you see it written down, it reminds you how far you've come.
I love that. For me, I like noticing before and after moments. Like thinking, if this situation happened 1 year ago, how would I have reacted? And if the answer is, I handled it better today, then boom, progress.
Another tip: celebrate progress without waiting for someone else to validate it. You don't need applause. You don't need approval. If you're proud, that's enough.
Yes, and celebrating doesn't mean something big. It can be buying your favorite snack, lighting a candle, taking a long shower, watching your comfort show, giving yourself a slow evening. Small celebration for small wins.
And I think it's important to celebrate emotional progress too. Not just physical achievements, like forgiving someone, letting go of a grudge, being kinder to yourself, setting a boundary, healing from something. Those forms of growth matter just as much.
Sometimes even surviving a difficult day is progress.
Absolutely. Just getting out of bed can be a victory when life feels heavy.
And you know, progress isn't always forward. Sometimes you slip back into old habits. But that's not failure. It's part of the process.
Right. Healing and growth are not straight lines. They're messy, and that's okay.
Another tip: surround yourself with people who notice and encourage your progress. Not people who pressure you, but people who gently support you.
Yes. People who say things like, "I'm proud of you," or "I see you trying." Those words can change everything.
And lastly, Practice being proud of yourself. Even when the result isn't perfect, even when the progress is slow, especially when you worked hard in silence.
Because, honestly, every version of you along the way deserves to be celebrated. All right, friends. That's our cozy talk for today. We hope this episode helped you see your progress a little more clearly. Even the tiny steps. Even the quiet growth.
Yeah. And remember, your progress is real, even if no one else sees it. You're growing, you're trying, and that's something to celebrate.
If this episode made you feel a little warm or encouraged, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to Cozy English Conversation. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, what small progress are you proud of today?
Thanks for spending this gentle moment with us. Take care, stay cozy, and keep growing, one little step at a time.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.